Hi, honey.
Hi, honey. I wanted to talk about how much we saved using credit cards and points based on the fact that we just did our budget review. And I had mentioned in there that we had used some Alaskan miles to save us some money when we flew to South Dakota. But that's not the only time we actually saved money on a budget in January. So I wanted to go over how we saved money in January. So, what was our first item?
Okay, so in the Elm, Kansas.
So we stayed at the Elms, which is a Hyatt, and it was a destination by Hyatt, and we used points for that. It was 15,000 points that we used for that one night stay. We had earned those 15,000 points from the Chase bonus offer that we had received. We got 6,000 points from Chase that we transferred over to Hyatt at a 1-to-1 ratio, and it was for spending $4,000 in 3 months, which we did over Christmas time, and we used that for this part of it for this one night stay. So how much did we save for that night?
Okay, so the Elm, which is a landmark property, we saved $297.
So almost $300 just for having that card. What was the next one?
Restaurant credit of $25.
So we had the Marriott Bonvoy card by American Express, the Brilliant card, and we do pay an annual fee of $695 a year, I believe, on that. It's either $695 or $595. It's quite high, but they do give you a $25 a month restaurant credit. So when we eat out, and if I can use the American Express card there, I will use it for that $25 credit at least once a month so that I do get that credit. Saved us $25, so that's good.
Okay, then we saved also on Alaska. We used Alaska miles. We saved $243 and $343.
So we went to South Dakota, like I said. My flight, I didn't save quite as much on because I had to buy extra miles, and those miles cost me roughly $100, which is why my flight, we only saved how much?
300, let's see here. 243 on yours and 343 on mine.
So for Tim's, he had enough miles, so we were able to book the entire flight. And that was after we paid the taxes and fees. That's how much we saved on those flights. So that's about $600 almost. So that's just with Alaskan miles, just for miles that we had left over from previous flights.
Nice. Then we, let's see here, saved $57 in Lisbon.
So that was one night stay that that was a one night stay that Emily had in Lisbon before she flew over to St. Louis because she had to come down from Aviro. And I booked her hotel room at the Holiday Inn Express right across from the airport for that one night. I think it was 13,000 points. And instead of paying the cash rate, I paid with points, and that saved us $57 for just that one night.
And then in Rapid City, we saved $212.
So we stayed 4 nights in Rapid City, South Dakota with IHG again. It was a Holiday Inn Express. It was very nice too. 4 nights there, all with points, and we only spent 39,000 points for that entire stay, but it saved us how much?
$212.
So, and the retail price of that stay would have been over $400. So we saved over half the cost with just using the IHG points. I had bought the IHG points in last year in August, and I purchased 250,000 points. They gave me a bonus of 80%, but because I took out the credit card and also I think I had to spend a 3,000 in 3 month time frame, I got an extra 140,000. Plus, I referred you to the IHG card and got an extra 20,000. So basically, for my $2,500, I ended up getting 620,000 points. Quite a bit of points. So my redemption rate is a little bit better than the 0.0, the half a cent a piece, because I was able to get so many points with the bonuses and such. What was the next one?
Lisbon stay for we saved $238.
So when we stayed at the Crown Plaza for the one I just did the video on, where we spent 13,500 points per night for that one, it saved us quite a bit of money there. The retail cost on that would have been
$660 for 8 nights.
Okay, so it saved us quite a bit, probably at least a third of what we would have paid had we just had to pay cash. So that was nice. Plus, we get breakfast every morning with because we're Diamond members, and that's worth at least $20 there. I did not include any of that kind of soft savings in there. These are definitely hard numbers based on the cash price at the time I made the booking and how much I paid for the points price on it.
So the total for the whole month was we saved $1,416.
So that's quite a bit. That was a over 20% savings based on our budget last month. We spent roughly $56.85, I want to say, last month in January, but we saved quite a bit of money just using the credit card and the points. So that's one of the reasons we want to emphasize that a lot of the way we stay and the way we travel is really dependent on how many points we can get and use them, and how we're able to use them at different hotels, airlines, and things like that to make our trip more enjoyable.
So we saved 24.9% of our budget, which is 25%.
25%. That's a huge savings for 1 month. So we're able to keep going on this journey. So I will provide links down below if anyone is interested in the cards we used, particularly for January. It was the American Express Bonvoy Brilliant card. It was also the IHG card and the Chase card. That was very useful for us, the Chase Sapphire card. We had the preferred card, not the reserve, so we only paid the annual fee of $99 for that one. And that one actually saved us quite a bit more money, come to think about it, on the rental car. Because it has primary coverage, insurance coverage, we didn't have to take out the extra insurance. And that was $25 a day just for that. And we had the car for 8 days. So I did not include that in there because we just declined the coverage. So, but that would have been savings for us as well of about $200 on top of the $1,400 we saved.
And it was total coverage. We got a rock jumped up, hit the windshield, cracked the windshield, and we thought we were going to have to buy a brand new windshield. There was total coverage on that card, so we wouldn't have to pay a penny. And we were lucky enough where it didn't meet the 2-inch requirement to be damaged, so we didn't have to actually do anything.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
And that was Enterprise's policy. If it's less than 2 inches, they just mark it as normal wear and tear on the vehicle, and they don't charge you for it. But we were a little bit concerned because there was a crack in the windshield, and it was a pretty big crack. So, but it didn't meet their 2 inches, so we didn't have to file a claim. But luckily enough, it would have been there if we would have needed it.
Yeah, it wouldn't cost us nothing. So that's great.
So we just want to tell you how we are actually saving money while traveling full time, and kind of give you the real hard proof of what we saved in January. It'll be interesting in February because we're saving significantly more in February because of other flights that we have, and I was able to use different things there. Had I started this earlier, I would have saved more money on our American Airlines flights that we took back, and I could have saved probably at least another $1,200. So looking back is always 2020, but going forward, we know, and we'll be saving that money going forward. Thanks for watching.
Please like and subscribe.
Thank you.